Go New York, go New York.
But it's really not about the Knicks, even though it's about the Knicks. Welcome back to Dad. Did we just break America?
I'm Skylar, your resident Gen Z doom scroller.
And I am Corey, your cynical Gen Xer. So, Skylar, I think New York is back.
New York is something. It's feeling something.
Did we witness the return of New York in the past 2 weeks?
Something like it. Yeah, things are feeling different. Everybody's so cheerful. People are holding doors for each other in the streets.
And like being nice, right?
Yeah.
It's so anti-New York, actually.
Yeah, every time I see somebody in the street, they're like, go New York, go New York, go New York.
But it's really not about the Knicks, even though it's about the Knicks.
I think New York is, if you want to look at it from a sports point of view, New York is a very separated sports state.
Separated sports state. Can we unpack that?
If we must. Like
What does that mean?
You're either a Yankees fan or you're a Mets fan. You're not rooting for one or the other.
Okay.
Just because you're not rooting for the Mets if you're a Yankees fan because you're rooting for New York.
Okay.
You're either an Islanders or Rangers fan.
Well, what if you're not into hockey?
But you're either or.
Gotcha.
Everybody in New York is rooting for the same thing right now.
Knicks in 4.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
No, but
wow, that rhyme. Didn't even know I was a poet.
You're not, but
a man could dream, okay? Even somebody my age can have a dream. But I guess it's a bigger question. Prior to the Knicks getting into the finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously building up through all the playoff games, right? Has New York lost its identity?
Yeah.
What makes you say that, your generation?
I just feel like New York has or used to have a vibe of like this really special, unique, individual place. It like New York is a life of its own. It's its own destination.
Well, it is a destination.
No, but it's its own thing. It stands apart from being like, yeah, part of the country. Like, no, you're a New Yorker. And that was something people were very proud of and still are.
To some extent.
Right. Not the same way, but people still are. Like, that's still lasted, whatever. It's also not the New York City I remember growing up. It doesn't feel, and granted, I live here now and I've lived here for a while, but like it doesn't feel as special. New York had like a heartbeat. It was like a living, breathing organism.
Isn't that a pulse?
Yeah, it was its own. It's its own character.
Well, I would go so far as to say every city has its own character, right?
Yeah, but no.
It's its own history.
Yes, but like I watch a lot of reality TV shows that are filmed in New York, especially like old Real Housewives of New York. Like New York City is, let's say, the 7th housewife. It's a character. It is not comparable to any other city, any other iteration of the show. It is its own thing.
Okay.
New Yorkers are just different. They interact differently. We've become like, New Yorkers have always been rude, but like rude to the point where like we don't engage with each other anymore.
Well, I think that's, if I may be so bold.
Yeah, I mean, it's your world.
It's my pod. I can cry if I want to.
No, you can't, because it's also my pod.
You wouldn't let me cry on the pod.
I mean, I would if it warranted a tear.
How are you going to tell me what warrants a tear?
Because you tell me what warrants a tear all the time. Got nothing to say. Heck out your tongue.
But I find it interesting that even people who have never watched a Knicks game.
Yeah.
Don't really know anything about basketball.
Yeah.
I think it's a broader appeal. You know, we're not just talking about, pick and roll or passing. People who really have no idea what's going on in the basketball game.
It feels like New York needs this moment.
Right. Are all united together. Everybody wants the Knicks to win.
Yeah.
Even more than any other sport, I think.
Yeah.
For some reason.
No, because I think it's because it hasn't happened in so long. And everybody everybody has written off the Knicks.
Well, I think for over 20 years, the Knicks fans have been told, trust the process, wait until next year, we're rebuilding, blah, blah, blah. Right?
Yeah, but they've also been told by people like, "This is never 73 isn't happening for you again."
Which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Because why not?
Why not? But, like, do you we haven't been in this position since 1970, this close since
Well, they were in,
1973.
it wasn't in 99 that were playoffs.
Yes, but, like, there's a very good chance they win this.
Well, I think there's a better than very good chance.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous right now. I'm trying to
Your heads are in the back.
I'm the hugest basketball fan by any means. I had severe anxiety last night. I had to leave.
Did you speak to your therapist about it?
No, I I couldn't.
Did you take some anxiety medicine?
Yeah, I couldn't watch them lose. I was so mad.
Well, there were a lot of bad calls last night.
Right, like, I couldn't sit there and watch it anymore. I know they're gonna lose, I'm gonna go to bed.
Gotcha.
I'm also a sore loser, though. Like, my boyfriend can't watch the World Series with me.
And why is that?
Well, this past World Series, it was the first World Series game, and we were just there and watched them play incredibly. They were a well-oiled machine.
And they had a bad day.
The next day, you forgot how to hit a ball? All of you?
Well, it's like,
I
I
can't
find it interesting. I find it interesting because and being formally in a profession where you had to be a star all the time in trading, I find it interesting that people always criticize what they can't do.
Well, yes, I also do realize that.
Because nobody else that's sitting in the stands or sitting in the bleachers or wherever they're sitting who's screaming and yelling, "You get paid to hit a ball. Why can't you hit it? You get paid to make that basket. Why can't you do it?" There's no possible way that any of those people can get up to bat, you get up, stand up, and get the ball in the basket.
No.
I know I can't.
No, it's like I get upset, but I'm also like I know this from like being like I'm a big Yankees fan, I'd say. And I do know like there are some fans that like are very hard and I'm hard on the team when I need to be hard on the team. There's sometimes where I'm like, you're harassing and like saying really mean things about people on social media from your mom's basement.
Here you are at the mom's basement.
Because where are you? Last time I checked, you don't play for the New York Yankees.
Or even being scouted.
Last time I checked, you're not Aaron Judge. So leave it to the professionals.
Right.
You're not the man in the arenas.
I think, well, have a debate over arena or stadium, but
Jesus Christ. I mean,
here's
really.
his name again. What is he on the pod? Where is he?
I'm frustrated by the moronic stupidity that lives amongst us.
Okay, calm down. Calm down, Doom Scroller.
I cannot handle it.
Hey, so the man got the name of the place where the game is played wrong.
Well, stop standing up for him.
I'm not standing up for him. It's an honest mistake.
People are saying they lost last night because of Donald Trump. You want to know why we lost? Because Mom Donnie was there, and every time he comes to a sporting event, the team has a losing streak. The Mets had to ask him not to come back. Well, they actually didn't, but Mets fans were like, he can't come to another game. It wasn't so great to begin with, I don't think, at the time, but they lost every game for a long time after he came. It was actually kind of awkward.
What does it say about the city itself?
That this is what we needed.
Yeah.
It's a sad reality.
Right? Is it really sad that we needed a sporting event like this to get the city together to really, but I think it's true though, is sports, or a sporting event where, there's a lot of camaraderie attached to people rooting for the same team for the same purpose. It gives everybody a topic to talk about that's not protesting. It's not religion. It's not politics. It's just the game.
Well, yeah, basketball is not political.
Well, no sport's political.
No, I'm saying though, like
I mean,
especially
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Especially in New York City, everything lately becomes political. Everything in recent years that you didn't think was political has been made into a political thing. There's nothing political about wanting the Knicks to, like, have this moment. Also, everybody loves a comeback story.
And what does that say about society?
That we're
That
voyeurs?
well, that's true.
I don't know.
Anybody who's ever driven on a highway knows that.
You call me a voyeur every day of my life. I'm just curious. I can't help it.
Yes, it is in your DNA, unfortunately. I do apologize for that. But
I'm nosy. I'm not a voyeur.
I don't know if I would call you nosy. You just want to be in the know.
Is that
Uh,
different?
it's different. Nosy is you want to know about everything that's going on, whether you have an interest in it or not, or whether it involves you or not, or
Yeah,
whether.
no, I don't want to know everything that's going on. I really don't.
Right. So that's being nosy. Being wanting to be in the know is if there's a topic that you know a little bit about, you want to be involved in it.
Yeah.
Where I was before I was derailed by the doom scroller.
Sorry.
Populations or cities, especially in today's world where there's so much discord, are really hungry for a shared victory.
Yeah, we want to win together.
That has nothing to do with all the other topics that are out there on your doom scroll, that are out there on the internet.
No, like, here's the thing I say about sports a lot of the time. It's not all that serious, but sometimes it puts things in perspective about the rest of the things we're all constantly fighting about. Like, maybe it's not that deep. Like, maybe we can just all enjoy the Knicks. Maybe we don't hate each other.
I think I don't really think we all hate each other.
No,
I,
but maybe we
I-
do. Like, maybe we need this reminder that we all don't hate each other.
we don't. I think that's a story that the popular media tells us.
Yes, but we believe it because the more you listen to things, the more you believe.
But there's a
them.
higher there's a higher concept here.
Do you share?
Now we've gone to everybody hating each other and protesting and jumping up and down, screaming and yelling, cats and dogs living together,
Necessary.
to everybody rooting for the same team, our team. Because remember, you're right about one thing. Okay, you might want to write that down, or this is being recorded so you have it for posterity.
It's weird that you have to specify that I'm right about only one thing.
No, I'm saying in this conversation, you're right about the fact that New York is the center of the universe, right? Especially to New Yorkers.
Yeah. Nobody else.
And there are some people who live in New York who've never been anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, and even if they have, they haven't.
Well, listen, as a kid, I grew up here. So as a kid, I used to go other places and go, I don't want to be there. I want to go back to New York.
Yeah, what
So
are they doing?
again, you have a city of over 8 million people, or 8 million people typically. So it gives everybody one thing to strive for, one thing to celebrate, and one thing to have an identity. There's nobody in city government, in state government for that matter, nobody galvanizing the city and the state. Like you read reports about Texas. I can't say California because California seems to be as much as a mixed match group of people as a flea market.
I don't think the mixed match group of people is the problem.
But New York does not have a galvanizing force in City Hall. It doesn't have a galvanizing force up in Albany. It doesn't have anybody focusing on being a New Yorker.
No, we want
And-
something to like be proud of.
Say it again?
We want something to be proud of.
Because what else is going on here?
Nothing good.
Right. So now
These are our guys. I mean, that Jalen Brunson's the mayor of New York.
and who knew that all you needed was a group of basketball players to get everybody to focus on
Also,
the same thing?
they say crime is down. Who knew this is all we needed?
Well, even the criminals are rooting for the Knicks.
That's beautiful. That's truly beautiful. Poetic.
I also think that there's something to be said for fans believing in the teams for so long and then being frustrated and now finally getting some reprieve from being frustrated, right?
Yeah, it's like fans do put a lot of time into the teams that they love.
Yeah, but I also think it's so extended with all of like the block parties and the people, congregating anywhere and everywhere to watch the game. I think that most of the institutions that people normally rally around or did in the past, politics.
Mhm.
Mhm. That's the dismissive, uh-huh. I'd like a
No, no,
different,
yes, I'm just looking at this valise, sorry.
and a what?
A valise, that's what you call it.
I haven't heard a suitcase called a valise, maybe since my grandmother, may she rest in peace.
Daddy, I heard you, like, last year say, "I have to go get the valise from downstairs," and I was like, "You have to go get your grandma from downstairs."
I really believe that the overall feeling in support of the Knicks has nothing to really do with basketball and nothing to really do with the Knicks. I think it's human beings' desire to be part of something bigger than themselves,
Yeah,
to feel like they belong somewhere. And I don't believe that there's any, I know there's no national identity anymore. You know, President Trump is trying to bring that back, but every time the man does something, there are 72 articles or 47 news reports about how horrible it is.
yeah, and I also think, like, yeah, there's no national identity, but also, like, New Yorkers for a long time had a strong identity as a New Yorker, and, like, they're craving that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And the only other, for sure, and the
I haven't said
only,
that in so long.
I know what's you
I
feel,
don't know, maybe I had a lobotomy.
okay, you're still part of your generation,
That's not a generational thing.
for sure, for sure.
I don't
It's,
think it's a generational thing.
it's a generational colonialism. There are other cities that have great, or other states that have great presence that people feel really excited to be a part of. Texas, Florida,
Yeah.
you know, obviously, there's the big exodus out of the Northeast and out of different places to go to Florida. And people are focused on being a part of those states and those cities.
I just feel like also like people can only handle so much bad negative news. We're craving something to root for.
But the news is always bad.
But we're not.
The news is, by the way, you realize the news stopped being the news in the 70s into the 80s, right?
I'm not saying the news like that. I'm saying like just news. Like
The
good.
news is entertainment.
No, I'm not talking about the news.
You're talking about the news.
No, I'm talking about like, oh, I have good news.
You have good news? What happened?
Everything is bad news
Well, most things.
lately.
Not lately. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm really not.
That's things you don't mean.
So you were saying people want good news.
We want something to like rally around in a good way.
Isn't it that most people, and people may get mad at this, I don't know if I should say it. Should I say it?
I don't know because I don't know what you're thinking. I don't live in your mind.
Thank God for you. Most people just want to be herded. They're like sheep.
Okay, well, that just took a really negative turn.
But I'm saying they want to follow the crowd at chow time, right?
I don't think this is about that. I think it more so is what you said. Like people want to be part of something.
They do, but
They don't want to
yes,
be herded. They want to be part of something positive.
they like to be herded for a good reason, not a bad one.
Well, because all we're doing is like angering people, especially in the city, about negative things. We can't psychologically handle this much negativity. We're not meant to,
You're saying we,
as people.
you mean people.
Yeah, we're not meant to digest this much negativity and opinion on a daily basis. You're not meant to hear about your life from people on the internet.
Isn't it your fault, though?
My fault? No. We live in a world that we're now suffering from. Yes.
Oh, there we go. See, that's what I was getting at.
We've broken not just America. We've broken our brains.
Speak for yourself. So you really believe that we've not broken America, we've broken society.
Yes.
But
We
wouldn't you-
want to root for something positive. We want to see people win. We want to see. Here's what people love about sports at its most basic level. Every little boy and little girl, if you're into that thing, dreams of one day making it to this level of something. And very few people get to do that. But when you take a step back and you watch these people, these are just kids living out their wildest dreams.
Well, yeah, they
And
get paid
that
a
is really
ridiculous amount
cool.
a ridiculous amount of money to do what comes natural.
But that is really cool. Like if Jalen Brunson at 8 could see himself now.
Should we go back and make him see himself?
No, but like that's cool. People want to celebrate that.
That is true.
Like, cause that's beautiful.
What percentage of society can become a professional athlete?
Not much. There's a little piece of every little kid, whether it's a sport or something else, that knows what that dream felt like because we've all had one before you grow up and life smacks you in the face.
Well, I think that's true in most aspects in life. I think if you look at any profession, and let's remember professional sports is a profession. So I think if you look at any profession like that, now obviously most professions don't pay the members, hundreds of millions of dollars. But, from where I spent most of my life on Wall Street, being an effective trader, being a star trader, there are only so many of those.
Mhm.
It's not a big group.
No.
Probably there are more traders than there are professional athletes. But, there are a lot of doctors in the world, but how many star surgeons are there?
Few far between.
Correct. So I think any professional athlete, I think that, and I have some statistics if you'd like to hear them.
Of course I would. I love a number.
Okay. So the average American child is just here.
Okay. Well,
Did you break America? So
thank God.
we're talking about America. The odds of eventually becoming a professional athlete is under 1%.
Right.
And for most major sports, it's far below 0.1%.
I wonder if psychologically, and thank you for that, that's interesting. I wonder if, like I said, like we all had those crazy dreams as like little kids that most of us will never be a possibility. But I almost want like there's like a childlike nature about everybody in the city right now.
Yes, because everybody would love to. Again, I think that's why, and this is the double-edged sword of our heroes, the athlete, because at a certain point in time, they're not the center of attention anymore because they can't play as well as they used to, or they retire eventually.
Hmm.
Because you can't. I mean, it's such a hard. Take basketball because we're on the Knicks. Very hard sport to play.
You can play it, bro.
You can't play it for forever.
Mm.
Baseball can't play it for forever. Football certainly can't play it for forever.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the approximate numbers in U.S. high school athlete, numbers, baseball, 1 in 5,000 high school players reaches the ability to be considered for Major League Baseball. 1 in 5,000.
5 or 500.
5,000.
Oh, okay. I
Basketball.
thought you said 500. Though.
No, 5,000. Basketball, even worse, 1 in 10,000. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Football, a lot more players on a football team, so 1 in 1,000. Okay. And there are a lot of different positions on a football
Mhm.
team, some that you don't, have to move around too much. Right. Soccer, which is, we're going to have the World Cup, right, in the next couple of weeks. Soccer, small, tiny, very small, thin. Okay. Less than 1% of high school age athletes will reach the professional soccer league.
Yeah, it's hard as hell.
Okay. So putting it in in other statistical numbers, we have roughly about 300 to 350 million people in the US, something like that. Okay. The NBA has approximately 450 active roster spots at any given time.
No, it doesn't.
450 out of 340 million. The NFL has about 1,700 active spots. Bigger number, much bigger number.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball, 750. I think we celebrate professional athletes because professional athletes are the modern day gladiators.
Yeah. I wonder if like the childlike atmosphere that's existing in like every grown man and woman across this city right now. I mean, like people are just like skipping through the streets.
Yeah, because the
No, but I'm saying I wonder if there's like a childlike like belief in yourself that comes from watching somebody else make their dreams come true on like the highest level.
well, I know as a man growing up, everybody wants to be an athlete.
Yeah.
Like, of course.
Sometimes and I'm a huge like Yankees fan. Sometimes I feel like I could get up out there and hit the ball.
Oh, perish the thought. You have to throw to the other players, remember?
I didn't say I was a pitcher.
No. I'm talking about just to like throw to the other base or to the other player to make it out, is what I'm saying.
I could do it in my dreams.
Okay. And that's what it is. You hit the nail right on the head. Bing! Dreams. This stuff, what's happening with the Knicks, what's happening with the euphoria, this is what dreams are made of. Everybody wants to do something that's meaningful and out there in the public eye, and especially in today's social media day and age, everybody wants to be in the thick of it. And, look at think about how ridiculous it is that only the most famous people get the courtside seats.
Yeah.
Those are the people who don't pay for their seats, by the way. And we still honor them by, oh, who's courtside? Who's courtside? Oh, let's put them on the goddamn TV. Let's see them every time there's a shot or a call or whatever. We celebrate pomp and circumstance and what dreams are made of. And all of those people are either former athletes, really wealthy people, or actors and actresses who all also live an unrealistic life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based upon the statistical numbers, those athletes are basically lottery winners.
Yeah.
You may actually have
A better chance.
a better chance of winning the lottery than you do of becoming a professional athlete.
You for sure have a better chance of being struck by lightning.
Probably.
No, you do.
Think about all of the people that
I thought that was good that I shared that.
everybody's happy now.
That's what I'm here for.
Think about all of the people that you've known in your 20 some odd years on the planet.
Yeah.
Do you know any professional athletes?
No.
That's how rare it is. I've been alive a lot longer, and I have to tell you, I don't know anybody, even who played sports in college or high school, that ever made it to professional athletics, ever. It's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
So obviously, that's the reason why everybody's so excited about it.
I just wish like this didn't have to end.
Well, and there's the point, right? There's the
It's
point.
so nice.
Eventually, it's going to end.
Not eventually, soon.
Well, sooner rather than later. And it doesn't mean that the feeling and the camaraderie has to disappear. I'm sure it will.
I think we'll ride the high for like a little bit. And then it will dissipate really fast.
But politicians should actually pay attention to that.
They're not smart enough to get it.
But they should, because
They're in the business of division.
well, because that's how you get people to vote for you.
Right. But so why would they want to bring people together? That's not how you win elections.
But that's how you govern better.
They're not concerned with governing.
Right. They're just concerned with getting reelected.
Yeah.
And-
Governing is an afterthought.
And
If
that is a problem with society.
It's like the closets in a New York City apartment. An afterthought.
It was like the cup holders on an Italian car.
Yeah. No one thought that I was going to bring a beverage.
Well, a beverage was like the last thing they were thinking of.
Or 7.
Well, you do come with a lot of snacks.
I didn't bring any snacks with me today.
Wow! Are you feeling okay?
No, I wanted a little nosh. I was a little hungry.
There used to be a restaurant,
Called Nosh?
Bagel Nosh.
Oh, that's so adorable.
So I guess when you come right down to it, right, what we're watching is an aberration. Out of hundreds of millions of people, right?
Yeah.
Only a fraction will ever play these sports. Only a fraction of the people are good enough to actually
We're
get.
watching greatness.
That's it. Not only are we watching history in the making, but we're watching greatness in front of us. And again, even though we don't like the opposing team, those are good players also.
No, right, but, like, it's, like, the way I feel and I know I always bring it back to the Yankees, but, like, that's the sport I really feel passionately about, and that's my team. Like, my boyfriend and I love to go to a Yankees game together, you know this, but, like, there are times where, like, I'll just be watching, like, the game that we went to, Garrett Cole's first game back,
Right.
like, pinch me. Like, I'll tell my kids about that one day. We're watching greatness, like, nobody will ever again be Garrett Cole. Watching Aaron Judge play, like, sometimes you take a step back and realize, like, there will never be another Aaron
Yeah,
Judge.
but I think that is the quintessential piece of it. We all want to believe in something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah,
That's why religion sells, right?
yeah,
So
makes us feel better.
this makes us all feel better.
Clearly, everybody's jolly.
And
I can't believe it.
and there's nothing in rooting for the Knicks that's going to solve the city's problems.
No, but it feels damn good.
But for a couple of moments, we could all get together.
And it's not all that deep. We just want the Knicks to win.
Right. It's not your side, my side, this point of view, that point of view. It's just basketball. So Sky,
Yeah,
on the past couple of nights where there've been some really cool games and everybody's rooting together, maybe America isn't broken
I think sports is the answer.
to everybody's ills.
No, but I think that sports makes us feel connected
So how come it doesn't work all the time? It just works during the playoffs.
because we're all engaged now, writ large. It's bigger than like you're just like diehard fans.
For one moment in time,
Everything's okay.
for 5 minutes.
And you know what? That's okay.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you get to watch the Knicks pull it off.
Go watch the Knicks with someone you love.
Go New York, go.